Guys, Dalton's mad. He's so mad.
I meditated this morning.
How'd that go? Did it wear off?
Yeah. It's fucking gone now.
How do you choose the music that you listen to when you're meditating?
Easy.
I used to do like waterfalls and stuff, and that just wasn't really the groove for me. I just wasn't really connecting with it. And then I did like an ambiance type thing.
I saw those. Those are the ones that I was seeing.
Yeah, ambiance. But now I mainly just do Tibetan bowls, which are just amazing. It really sets like the vibe. So it sets the vibe for like the whole your whole experience. And then sometimes even when you're meditating and you get into it, like at least 5 minutes in, you can stop fucking looking at me. Or you're not looking at me.
Looking at the screen.
I get so mad. Sometimes when you're meditating, and you finally get into, I call it into the realm, because you're in a different place. Like you're not in your like, you just don't feel things the same.
You're in the void.
I guess so. And so your whole body starts to vibrate, and when there's a certain sound with the Tibetan bowl where like it just kind of rumbles, just kind of rumbles through like your body, and you can feel your energies moving around, and you want to make sure you get all the bad energy out. And so it's a lot of focusing on just recuperating your body, and then focusing on just the restart for the week. I only do it once or twice a week. I don't try to do it often. I feel like if I try to push it too much, I'll get tired of it. Even though I really do enjoy it, I know how I work, so I got to make sure that I work properly. Stop moving everything over there, okay? And no bumping the table, because you will bump the camera.
Yeah, you're really loud.
You're a loud. Get the other chair.
Yeah, I've been meditating. I have.
And what's that like?
I'm on day 5. Day 5. It's great.
Of
what?
Of meditating.
Consecutively?
Yes.
What kind of meditation you do?
It is the 5th.
I have this guy that I listen to on YouTube, and he goes, "You are now releasing your subconscious thoughts." And this is and he's right. They're gone now. So only one voice in my head. But I have this app called
that's not a real thing. Like, not everybody actually, like, you have an inner voice, don't you?
Yeah.
I have an inner voice. You have an inner voice?
I have a couple of them.
So some people don't. Like, they don't have inner voice. Like,
yeah,
imagine just having like a calm mind. Like, where like you just like,
that's no fun.
Yeah. Like, you have to, like, for us, like when I'm reading a book, like there's a voice in my head that's reading the book to me.
Did you know that's why you read so slow?
Yes, I think we watched the same thing.
So there's like I'm one of, not my goal, but I'm interested in speed reading just because like if I can consume that much more content,
amazing.
dude, it's fucking sick.
Are you really consuming it though?
Eventually, not at first. But here's the thing: is I would do it for books where it's like I just need to get the gist of it.
Yeah.
You know, but like if I'm not gonna like sit down and be like I want to read the Harry Potter series and then just like
Then you'd be wrong.
Then I'd be wrong.
Yeah.
Why?
If you wanted to speed read,
Well,
the
that's
Harry
I said
Potter
I wouldn't
series.
do it through a Harry Potter
okay.
or Harry Potter series. Harry Potter series. But yeah, and so the reason that we read so slow is we're conditioned. Our eyes don't move in one track. It comes forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back as we make our way through the sentence. But then we read at the speed that the inner dialogue allows us. So when you read a book, it'll say, like today on our thing, it says monthly challenges. Matt learns the splits week 2. You can only read that as loud, as quickly as the voice in your head. So one like technique that they use is you get like the point of a pencil. You look at the point of the pencil and then you like let your eyes focus on that as you pick up the words in the background, and you just slowly and like smoothly go through the lines. And that's like one technique to like help improve the speed.
I feel like I wouldn't process any of that information if I just followed the
Yeah,
pencil.
the comprehension is very low at first, but people say like after,
Kinda
if you
builds up
stick
over
with
time.
it'll build up.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But you know what you should never, ever, ever speed read through?
What?
Our intro. David, roll it. I'm drum.
I'm drummer.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Week 59.
That's week 59, guys. That's 25 plus 25 is 50.
We're week 60.
What? What are you saying?
I can't believe you guys really focus on the document that much.
David, you don't fucking change it.
I change every.
We follow this for every podcast we do. What do you mean? If we don't follow it, you get mad.
I don't really look at anything else but the week.
I change the content every week, whether or not
Will
I
you please
change.
update it?
It's not that hard to change the fucking number.
Well, I'm proud you did the math right, but
Dude, I practiced it this morning.
Hey.
you can do a really easy version
You
of this
can.
right now.
You can. All right. hold on.
No, fuck
Hold
that.
on, we need to rewind.
I didn't take any sip, by the way. Nothing came out.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Week 60.
Are you sure we're on week 60?
Yes.
I guess when we did 58 last week.
Because you
Run
did
again.
50, you went up to 55, and your plus 4 is 59.
Right. Okay.
Hold on, can we? I don't like this dialogue in between. I really like that it flows in the very beginning.
All right.
No, I like how this is going. Shut up. 3 times 10, 30, plus 5, 35, plus 5, 40, plus 20, 60. What
And
the
it-
fuck is up, motherfuckers?
And as always, we're your hosts. I'm Drum.
And I'm Drummer.
And this is a podcast about brotherhood and the 3 S's: supernatural,
Stories.
and self-improvement.
There you go.
It's always, the third S is always so hard.
I only remember stories.
It's actually storytelling, but that is a story for a different day.
That was so stupid. Don't be proud of yourself.
Dalton, dude, what's going on, man? How's your week?
It's been good, man. We got hopefully some cool things coming up for me in the future. But we'll wait on that. I don't want to say anything and have it not happen.
Yeah.
So hopefully some good shit coming my way. Also, fairly sore. So that's fun. Matthew's now doing powerlifting, so that's pretty exciting.
So sore.
Matt, what did you do
Dalton
for
gets
New
mad
Year?
at diversity. He gets mad.
Whoa.
He gets mad that I do so many different styles of training because like he can't even do one without getting injured. And when he gets injured, he doesn't let himself rest, which was something he used to yell at me about. But here we are.
I don't know what you're talking about,
Your
by the way.
injuries are piling up.
Don't have any injuries.
How's your arm, big guy? What are all those circles on it?
That's because it felt tender.
Oh, why did it feel tender?
So probably just worked it out.
How's your wrist?
Wrist is fine.
How's your knee?
Look at that shit. Knee's fine.
Oh, all right.
See, I don't get hurt once a week on the knee like you do.
Hey, man.
Every fucking week. My knee's good, guys. My knee's good.
great.
Then
Hey, it always feels great till it doesn't.
on fucking like on a Tuesday or Wednesday, midweek sometime, he comes up and he goes, dude, my knee is not doing well. And then he fucking lazifies. And I'm like, bro, just fucking, why are you doing CrossFit if your knee's going to bother you that much?
Time
bro?
out. It's time for Dictionary with Dave. What the hell is lazifies? And is this a Daltonism?
Dictionary with David.
How do you spell lazifies?
Let's see how I would spell it. LAZIFIES.
Yeah.
IES.
IES.
Lazyfees.
This is 1000% a Daltonism.
Okay.
There's
wow.
no way something fucking popped up.
Wow.
No way.
Probably
yeah?
didn't spell it right. It's a fucking word, dude.
There's no word for lazyfees.
Damn it. Use that in front of my kids all the time.
Lazyfees?
Lazyfies.
Lazifies.
Oh, you were so
You're
confident.
overlapping. Shut up.
You were so
Shut up.
confident.
Literally shut the fuck
that
up.
That was awesome. I love this episode. This is my favorite one.
There is a thing called Lazify.
Yeah, I know.
It's a it's a playlist creation app on Spotify.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're talking about?
But you get the gist. Lazy, lazify.
So when I get injured, I just create
Are you trying to
playlists?
say laissez-faire?
No, what the fuck is that?
Okay.
Let's
Never
not go
mind.
down this road. Let's not do
That's
this.
a real thing.
Nobody cares about the laws.
So one of the things that I've been doing to make sure that I get injured less is I've been working on my flexibility. So I got a week 2 update, you guys.
Actually, it's a pretty good one. I'll be honest. Pretty impressed.
So I found this Instagram ad because I'll be honest here, you guys. I had no idea how the hell to go about learning splits other than sitting in the splits and,
Hoping.
and adding weight to force me into position until we got there.
Yeah.
So I figured, you know what? Let's find something that I would normally never buy and that most people probably make fun of me for buying. So an Instagram ad popped up because I Googled stretches for the splits. I purchased it. It was on sale. It just so happened to be on sale.
Dude,
Uh,
love it when
dude,
that happens.
I love it when it's just perfect timing like that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So I got it. And then I told Monique, I was like, hey, the guy that does the stretching videos, he is an Armenian guy. And I said, Monique, this is my Armenian leader, and he's going to teach me how to do the splits. And Monique said, babe, are you serious? Because I can teach you how to do the splits. So the whole video ended up being 8 minutes long, got me absolutely close, 0% closer at all. And then Monique's like, are you ready to come to like my school, my stretching school? And I talked about it the other week where she's just so flexible that anything I do is just unimpressive. So she took me through this stretching routine that she created for me to get the splits by the end of the month. It was terrible. It was the most excruciating pain I've ever been in. I'm so sore, and I'm 90% sure that it's from that.
But is it working?
I think so.
That's all that matters.
I mean, I'm almost as close to getting my splits as David's sister Natalie is. So that's probably saying something. 'Cause she did cheer for forever.
How does it compare to like you were talking about last week, your significant other being in a position of authority for you?
Position of power.
I think because I know absolutely nothing about this, it makes it a little easier. Like, I have no preconceived ideas that she needs to like align with in order for me to believe what she says.
So when Mo turned to like have a power move per se, did her eyes turn at all?
No, she
They shift?
honestly,
Because that would probably get some reptilian strength through there, right? Like
honestly,
probably
no.
some
But
power.
she did lick her lips at one point, and I'm pretty sure I saw a piece of her tongue missing. Like, you
Like
know,
the middle of it.
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
How did she bite her tongue off?
I don't know. I think she was really hungry. I can't remember. I remember her having it because it was really annoying because we couldn't do anything without her going, like literally everything. Because she heard like her tongue was like literally like a chunk of her tongue was missing.
I think you need to take this as the teaching moment and learn how to work around that.
For what? Day-to-day activities?
Oh, I thought you were being specific when you said you couldn't do anything without her going,
Yeah,
"Ugh."
I went somewhere very.
Oh no, I'm literally talking about like eating food.
I went down the rabbit hole, per se.
The basic necessities. No, you perverts. But yeah, so it's going well, you guys. I'll probably post some progress pics. Should we do it like week by week? Think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Or should I do an Instagram live of me doing Monique's stretching routine?
Well, we'll do a video at the end. You could do a TikTok live of just your butt and you doing stretches.
Yeah.
That would get some hella attention.
Do you think so?
You got some juicy cheeks, bro.
I'm not as juicy as you in those shorts.
Hey yo,
dude.
hey yo,
Bro, my brother's
I'd be
got-
clapping my ass.
But,
Who's got it bigger, you or Kim?
Kim K?
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Mine's real. There's a difference.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you put a champagne glass on it?
No, you can't.
But if I could, I wouldn't want to be fucking. I would not want to have that big of an ass. That would suck. That would suck so bad.
Think about how many things you accidentally hit. And do you think she feels it? Like she knows?
No, it's all plastic.
I don't know. Are there nerve endings in it?
I don't know. Are there nerve endings
These
in
are all
plastic?
questions. These are great questions.
Let's
Can
answer
we-
them. Let's
can-
just answer them with our limited knowledge.
All right.
Well, this is what we're good at. This is
Yeah,
what we
yeah,
do.
yeah. I love
this.
this.
Is the podcast.
This is what we
Plastic
do.
surgery.
This is
butt.
Drum and Drummer.
This is what we do.
Does a plastic surgery butt have nerve endings?
So if I picture myself as a plastic surgeon right now.
yeah.
Hold on, I'll be the patient.
Okay, go.
Hi, I'd like a bigger butt.
All right, I can help you do that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut out.
Don't you first have to get like a assessment of his butt as it is now?
Yeah, no, I already have it in my head.
I think you need
In
to
a
like
non-weird-
feel it. And, like-
It's a.
This is a hypothetical, David.
Okay.
Okay, just work with me.
This
here.
is holistic butt transplant or butt.
So what I would do is I
Plastic
feel
surgery.
around, I see where it needs work,
Hey, get out of there.
and then I would then I would ask him, all right, how do you want it lifted a lot? Do you just want it to look firmer?
You're
Do you
not-
want it bigger?
You're not getting your hand back.
Do you want me to get sucked into the void? What do you want?
Yes, firmer. I like it
Firmer?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what you do. One, you keep the muscles there, right? But all you would do is put just like 2 inches, literally just 2 inches of silicone padding, slide it right in there.
But does that go on the inside or around the outside?
I would put it under the muscle,
Okay.
I think. So you unless
Please
you
don't
can't.
do that.
So like instead of slicing the end and then like rounding it, putting it in the round.
See, to me, I think a muscular ass is way cooler than just like a fat ass, you know? So when I'm doing it for him, I want him to have I'd rather have his ass muscles pop more than just his regular ass.
So what you're telling me is you wouldn't inject quick cement into my butt cheeks.
Do people do that?
Bro, so
That's a hard
I'll never
ass.
forget this. There was a news report that came out that down in like East LA or something, there was this lady and she was telling all of her friends that she could give them butt transplants. So what she was doing,
No.
or butt implants. So what she
fuck.
was doing was she was making Quikrete, like cement. She would put it while it was still wet inside these like things, and she would inject it into their butt, and essentially she would just mold the cement in the shapes of the butt that they wanted. And like it looked great for like the first day or two, and then everything fucking hardened. And they're like, "Why does my ass feel like cement?"
And then it doesn't conform to anything.
No. Well, I mean, I'm assuming it stays
When
in
you're
shape.
No, yeah, exactly. But when you're sitting in a
when
chair,
you're sitting
your
down,
butt flattens.
you're just resting
You're
on
sitting
the
on
chair.
concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were,
that's
like the
fucking
chick was
terrifying.
getting sued for a large amount of
100%,
money,
yeah.
which
Wow.
makes sense. But
Wow.
How do you think they determine how firm of a butt people? Because you were saying it, and I was like,
They have to have.
I feel like it's like if you put your hand in there and they squeeze, how much feeling do you want to lose?
because we've all seen the padding that they put in like for like breast implants, right? Like the implants.
Yeah, the
actual
silicone.
things. The silicone, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like, for some reason in my head, I feel like it would be kind of like that, but more like more like a circle instead of just being like a padding thing.
Uh-huh.
More of a circle, right? And be more like thinner. And then the silicone, I feel like would be like a harder, like more of a defined type of like harder. You know what I mean? Like you would put like the dildo.
Yeah.
You know? Like that type of silicone where it's like good and squishy. That would be better for ass implants than boob implants. You know, because boob implants they're meant to be going around. You know, but the ass implants you want them to stay. So I feel like it would be a harder type of silicone you put in your ass. And then even that. I'm curious how the shaping would work, because everybody's ass is differently, right? And you know how some people, not trying to be like rude, but some people have like they have the top of the butt and then it goes in, like a
peach.
No, a peach is more of like a nice ass, but it's like
inverted peach.
like a fucking, it's like a
Like a
heart.
pear.
It's like a heart.
Oh.
And like when they tighten their ass, it goes like fucking like that. You know what I mean?
There's a full on chart for like butt sizes.
There's a bunch of different butt
That's crazy.
shapes.
Yeah. I just wonder how the silicone would go based on all those type of like.
I'm assuming they would
different
like
types of
take a
butts.
mold.
I'm pretty sure that's like why doctors went to like school for it.
Yeah, I
to
know.
do
We
that.
didn't though. So
Uh-huh.
like this is just me.
But
just
we're
vibing.
still just gonna give our opinion on it.
Yeah. I think that's how I would do it. I just cut the top of the butt cheek and just slide it on in there.
Yeah. Like a filing cabinet.
I make it like 5 minutes.
What are your okay? Hold on. I'm gonna preface this with yes. Everyone has their entitled choice. Everyone has their choice. They do what they want. They do what makes them happy. I'm gonna put that first.
Oh, yeah.
What is your stance on breast implants and
Fuck
boob
yeah.
implants?
Fuck yeah. If they're done right. I've seen some that were done horribly. Like horribly. We would have some strippers come in and they don't care. They just show everything.
Why did strippers came in where we
To
have
the
new-
school?
We have new
At
listeners.
the sex shop. I used to work at a sex shop for like 3 years.
Yeah.
So we'd have strippers that would come in late at night and they'd be trying stuff on and they'd come out and ask for your opinion.
Why late at night?
off work.
Before they go to work.
Oh, before?
Usually, like around 8 or 9, and they go to work at like 10 or 11. They dance and stuff, or they would just be coming after work, you know, doing their thing, trying to hook up with a guy to get like pills and stuff for the night. They would try this stuff on. They'd come out and show off, and this one girl, I remember, just scarred. Like she was like, yeah, I've gotten 3 implants because they messed up the first 2 times,
yeah.
and she went to Mexico to get them done, and then finally the last one she did it out in like Beverly Hills or something.
Yeah.
And
And that was the one that fixed it?
yeah, but they looked fucking.
How did that situation get there? Was she wanted to try on stuff? So
Well, Yeah, she wanted to try on stuff. So
Okay.
she would try on lingerie, and then we would have to find the sizes for her, and then she wanted to see if we liked it. So she'd come out, and then we tell her if she liked it or not. Obviously, we liked everything.
So you could just see the scars within the lingerie.
yeah, because it was practically nude.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
I imagine that scar tissue would just build up.
dude, it was crazy. And I felt bad, and she was like, yeah, I didn't take care of it the first time. And then the second time, I went and she said like she went into some activity and I infected again. The third time, she was like, I stayed home and I didn't move. And I was like, good.
Yeah.
Jeez.
To each their own. I don't really have a preference or care.
I
really.
think they're cool if you want them. Awesome.
the
If you
best
don't,
the
don't
best
care.
advice I'd ever heard a doctor tell somebody is like they told the woman that wanted to get these implants, they were like, you don't want them to be too big or too small. You want it to be questionable. Like you want people to be like, I wonder like did she get them done? Like I could see it being like realistic, you know,
Yeah,
like
I get
those
that.
could just be her natural ones,
Yeah.
like, you know, unless you just want knockers and then you just go.
Some people just want knockers, bro. I mean, honestly, fuck yeah, whatever.
Hell yeah.
But like,
Just go ahead and put it in my room.
All right. Well, then while I talk about this, you know,
go.
girls. Girls always get mostly
Does not like you.
breast implants and butt implants and stuff. Go ahead and talk about what would guys be getting implants for? What's the most likely thing guys would be getting implants for?
Dalton also wants breast implants.
If I could, I would.
I know you would.
But I know I can build them. I just have to take
It
time.
just takes time. There's a guy. I watched this Vice documentary about this
Forearm
doctor.
implants?
Huh?
Oh, never mind. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
About this guy down in Florida who got like a penis implant.
Oh, they took
And-
skin from their either pig skin.
No, but it was like a jacked up one where essentially it was just like this like tube inside the guy's like shaft, and then it was this like he had this weird pump mechanism. Like he would literally like squeeze one of his nuts, and then the little mechanism would get hard, and then he'd have that was his boner. Wow. Yeah.
So he had to give himself a boner,
No, he had to pump it full of air.
I
So
know
it
you-
literally was this
like in
mechanism.
dodgeball.
Do you hear about
I
the?
don't remember that.
I don't know if this is real, but I heard there's a side effect of the COVID-19 that you gain like an inch or two with your penis.
I heard that it was the opposite. If you get
Nice.
COVID, you
I
lose.
don't
your
think-
If
penis
you get
gets
COVID,
smaller.
you lose. Your pee gets smaller.
Yeah.
Dalton's like, I'm never leaving my house again.
I can't risk that right now.
No, I don't think either of those are true. But no, like I was telling Dalton, on Vice has this documentary. This guy basically got this like penis implant.
But that's like the main thing that you think people will get implants. The guys would get
yeah,
implants
yeah,
for,
for sure.
not pec implants or don't bicep
I've seen
implants a
guys
thing?
I've seen guys with pec implants before, and I've seen guys with bicep implants before. But it's
Ooh, calf implants are a big one.
yeah,
Calf implants are big.
Yeah.
I think mainly for men.
Why?
I don't know, dude, but they look good. Honestly, calf implants look good. Yeah, I like them.
yeah.
More
I
than-
wouldn't get them, but I like
more than like, have you ever thought that Matt had quad implants?
I would if I didn't watch them grow.
It looks like literal pillows.
Yeah, they're like
have been
balloons.
stuffed in there.
They're so big.
So how would you, as Dalton Drum, the plastic surgeon, and Matt the patient,
The plastic
how would
surgery?
you go about giving Matt a penis implant?
I would take.
Or
either-
would it be a ball implant? Which one would you prefer?
Yeah, what's smaller?
What would you rather have bigger, your balls or your...
I don't know a guy that would want his balls to be bigger than his penis.
I would. You know what I would do is I would have them like, because I know like when you get older, like your balls droop apparently.
Yeah.
You want to tighten it up?
I would tighten that fucker up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How would you do that? With just like the zip ties you use on bread?
No, they would just
Stop,
slice it
stop.
and then they would
No,
just
okay,
stitch it.
can
Oh,
we
and then
change-
re-stitch it up?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
can we move on to something like important? Not that this isn't fun.
Matt, none of this is important.
Bro, I'm very excited. I have a question for
the
this.
Otter Gang War?
No, I'm very curious.
Which one?
That's amazing. The
one-
Otter
no,
family.
The one above it?
Was it the one below that one?
Oh, from Twitch?
Yeah.
Go ahead, talk about it.
I don't know what it is. It just says simp, incel, and virgin banned from Twitch. Are those like terms that you can't use on Twitch anymore?
Yeah.
Or those
So
like,
those were like.
So we did
like
all that slang
phone
trivia.
companies.
We
What's-
did all that slang trivia just for it to not mean anything.
what's incel? We haven't done that.
Oh, you haven't done incel yet?
No.
I don't even know what incel is. Is that like incest?
No.
Okay.
Give it your best guess.
Incel.
If it's in the
incel.
same family as simp and virgin,
Okay, I don't think virgin is a bad thing, so that's kind of stupid.
I think you're an evolved person, Dalton. I think you're a mature adult. But I think for the most part,
virgin.
like teenagers and stuff would say, I think the stigma is still that being a virgin is
Well, that was
like
my
not
main
a
line
cool
of
thing.
I literally have no idea.
Incel.
I just imagine an insult on somebody's intellect.
An intellect? Okay,
no.
so it's an intellect-based thing.
Yeah.
No. Have to do something. It's something with like incest. Maybe sex with animals or something.
That's bestiality.
Yeah, I just thought maybe it'd be a different term. Not that everything has to be called bestiality. We're fucking talking about simp and shit like that. Like, it could be a shorter version of that.
Yeah.
Maybe sex with insects.
So it's actually an abbreviation. It stands for involuntary celibacy.
I thought I was gonna say celery.
So all these, it's usually guys.
Involuntary celery.
Involuntary celery.
Not again.
That's fucked up.
So it's.
So wait, what is that? Can you explain that to me?
So do you know what celibate means?
No.
Celibate.
Wait.
Yes, you do.
Wait till marriage to have sex.
Waiting.
Just not doing it at all.
Just not doing. Celibate means you're not doing it at all. Wow. Involuntary means
You're not doing it at all against your own will.
So like you just can't get some.
You're just a virgin.
it's guys that are celibate but not by their own choice. It's because women don't want to sleep with them because they're awful and they're all against them and women hate them.
I vibe. All
it's
right.
a very, very destructive community.
Wow.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
It's very.
So like Twitch saw that these words are being used.
Like incels are pretty much the ones who stigmatize the word simp. Because they hate women. Like incels is a very like women hating community.
Imagine being the guy that has to work and monitor everything on
Yeah,
Twitch
I'd be so annoyed.
and
Like-
YouTube. Be like, fuck, like you like. First of all, everyone would hate you. You can't tell anybody your job because you stop them from having their freedom of speech, as they would say.
I just imagine them being like, oh my god, DR likes to party. DR likes to wear shoes. God, I gotta keep fucking banning this guy. DR likes to wear pants.
So
Well, the
annoying.
big question was like
DR likes flannels.
people that had that like in their username already pre-existing as like a joke or whatever. Like what happened to them? Did they just get banned?
Probably. I imagine it would just be like guilty by association.
Yeah, that's kind of sucks.
That's crazy. I
That
didn't know
kind of
that.
sucks.
That sucks.
Well, then Dalton said
Don't use those terms.
People-
Stop being mean.
people would say that you're infringing on their
Freedom of
free speech. But do you think Twitch has that right to do that?
It's their website. I mean, I feel like they own it. They're allowed to put whatever they want on it. They'll take out whatever they want on it. They have every right possible.
So why do you?
But
see
in
this-
public, if you call someone an incel, and they're like, "You're not allowed. You're arrested." Then that's kind of like the difference.
You see this on every platform, though. Every platform monitors things in their own way. They try to keep the best community possible.
Not Call of
but
Duty
really,
platforms, bro.
So why do people then still claim that it's free speech so they can say whatever they want?
I mean, that is what free speech is. But at the same time, like, you can have free speech, but at the same time, the platforms in a way get to decide what is appropriate and not on their platform. Like, during this whole election, like, you saw Facebook banning ads that had, different political slang in it or different things like that. Like, every single platform does a form of this. I just think that in this case, like, banning the words simp, incel, and virgin, I think that that's all right. I don't think that that's a terrible thing. Now, I think that there's other platforms out there that maybe, whether that's a post about a movement that's happening or any other type of social issues, and those get taken down, I think those are much bigger issues to be dealt with. But I think in this case of like Twitch being like, okay, these are derogatory terms that are being used, don't use them or you're out. I think that they have the, not authority, but they can do that on their platform. And we see that across all different kinds of platforms all over the place.
Dalton
Dalton didn't listen to anything I just said. Guaranteed.
Didn't.
Dalton's
I'm sorry.
reading other stuff.
I
Dalton,
was-
did you see the thing about
Star Wars?
Yeah.
I was just reading that. It took me like 5 minutes.
Did you see that, or is this the first you're hearing it?
Just the first I'm hearing it.
So do you know the channel Star Wars Theory?
Yes.
It's the dude who just like he talks about Star Wars. He watches Star
I
Wars
watch all this
reaction
shit.
videos. He watched the finale of Mandalorian and like live streamed it and was like, had a very emotional reaction.
I can understand why. I
Have
cried.
you watched the Matt? No, right?
No.
At the end, For the people
Matthew's
who know,
not going to watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. Stop.
for the
off.
people who know at the end where it's like a lot of people had a reaction, and a member of the Lucasfilm story group, Star Wars story group, like put out a tweet that just said emotions are not for sharing, and then immediately deleted it, but then put it as the header picture of his thing, and then 24 hours later put out an apology for it.
Emotions are not for sharing.
Yeah, because he's like visibly weeping in the video because he's so moved at what was happening.
I can understand.
Yeah.
So
And I really wish we could talk about it.
as somebody that like created the story or was a part of the process of this entire thing, well, isn't that what you want? Like, you know what's coming. Like, why would you make fun of somebody for achieving or expressing the emotion that you were a part of producing? Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
It seems like he probably didn't have a good time doing it. He probably was like either overworked or like just wasn't happy with how it all came out, and they didn't choose his like, because I mean they have multiple people that work on the story.
Yeah.
Like it's not just him. You know what I mean?
He
Ultimately,
could be the main story guy
Yeah.
for Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
For all we know.
oh fuck.
Yeah.
And Favreau and Filoni get to choose what goes out. So no matter what, all these guys do all this work, and there's a good chance that a lot of his work probably wasn't in it, and he could probably be spiteful, you know, be bitter, all his shit, right? I think season 2 was the best season for me personally. I did cry at the end. It did hit me emotionally. I was so excited. Again, the CGI at the last part was a little bit hard, but I just appreciated the form it took and how they handled the situation. But this guy should just shut the fuck up. He might lose his job just for saying that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sucks. Like, think about all the trust that, like, as a fan that you built with, like it clearly means so much to so many different people. Like, it's like we talked about, I think it was last week, where it's like people want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. Like, they invest themselves in these storylines and these characters, and they learn the lore and they learn all these other things. Like, to all of a sudden, like, backhand the people that are supporting you.
Stop crying. Stop feeling emotions.
You know what I mean? Like, that fucking sucks.
Nah, that's dumb.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Well, I mean, it could be that spite, or it could be just coming from a different culture where, you know, like his name's Pablo Hidalgo, and like if he's really Hispanic, and like in that culture, that's a very big thing where it's like, no, you're the macho masculinity thing
Yeah.
is like you're not allowed to have any feminine type of aspects about yourself if you're a man.
But we all do. Like, that's like a side of us that we can't get rid of. Everybody has it. I don't care who you are.
Like, I'm thinking of this quote that Alicia Keys said once. It goes a little like this. We all have masculine and feminine energies, and we should be able to explore them however we want to. I don't know how that came up to me, but it kind of really goes with this right now.
Yeah, it really does.
What do you think about that?
Dude, I think that that's so true. Like I said, like we have both of them, right? I think we should be able to express them however we see fit.
Did you ever have a time, Matt, where you felt like you couldn't like cry, like you didn't want to show that? Like,
No.
did you ever live like that?
No.
I don't think either one of us did.
No.
Growing up,
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like the environment now that you guys live in now is very different from when you were younger, in terms of like showing emotion. And
no. I mean, my
Not
dad was
really.
always pretty good. My dad himself never really, until later on in life, showed emotion. But
he never pushed that on you guys.
I mean, if we were like whining and crying about something dumb, like, I didn't get candy, he'd be like, I'll give you something to cry about. And then, and then
Classic.
we'd
Classic line.
Classic dad line right
But,
there.
no, I mean, we were always free to express our emotions in the house, which was something that was good that our parents
Express
did.
ourselves, always say what we need to say, even though sometimes it just came out really bad.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this Otter gang war?
Okay, so have you guys not seen anything about it? You have no knowledge about it?
I have.
Okay,
I sent
talk
to
about
you.
it.
I don't know.
You sent it to me.
Yeah, I don't
Go
know the
for it.
family names though.
It's the Bichon 11
Uh-huh.
is the new ones who came in.
Okay.
And then the Marina gang.
Marina gang. Okay,
Yeah.
so these are. So Otters were gone. Where's this at? Where's this located? I want to say Detroit for some reason, but not that. Canada?
No, this is in
Those are two
in
very
Singapore.
different places.
This is in the island of Singapore.
Oh my
That's
god.
not close to where I thought. So in Singapore, they had a very like all the otters just seemed to like just disappear.
Yeah.
And then one day, like years and years later, these people, people like the locals saw this otter family of like 15 all come back, and they started doing their thing, right? Started living there happily, and they were called the
Bichon 11.
No, the other family. The
The
original.
Bichon 11 were the original ones.
Oh, they were? So the
Yeah.
Bichon 11, obviously there's 11 of them. And they started growing and, becoming a bigger and bigger family. And then, so picture this as like mafias, right? Like you have one mob and they got another mob that wants to infiltrate their territory. So then they're enjoying their life. Everything's peaceful. And then all of a sudden,
What's
the other family, David.
Oh, the Marina family.
The Marina family comes in with just about the same amount of otters as they have, and they start fighting over territory. And they have videos of these otters fighting and wrestling each other and taking each other out. And it's a constant gang war between these two families.
And they're like deaths.
Yeah,
Like, they
yeah.
kill otters.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
very closely watched by these locals, and they just keep it like there is like on the news every day. There's an update on what's going on with the otter gang war.
Oh, sorry, I'm wrong. The Marina family was
That's what I thought.
was the first one who showed
Yeah.
up, and the Bichon 11, which just sounds like more of a mafia
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
They came in while the Marina was in a state of vulnerability and pushed them out of the Marina.
Yeah.
And took over the land.
Yeah.
So the Marina has been trying multiple times to get back
But apparently
and
it's
regain
back and
territory.
forth. It's back
Yeah.
and forth. Like they haven't gained or lost anything. It's insane, and it's so awesome that literally all the locals are like keeping track of who's winning, what's happening with what family's doing what. And I'm like, man, imagine if another otter family
third
comes
one?
in. Yeah, like that. That's amazing. I fucking love the otter gang wars right now.
So if you need another thing to follow, the Otter Gang War in Singapore.
Yeah. Go give that a check out. Go check that out. Give that a watch.
Get that
yeah.
a look see.
But let's take a break.
All right,
Thank
cool.
God I had to pee.
All right, you guys, welcome back. As you guys know, we went viral on TikTok about 2-3 weeks ago. We've hit 300,000 views on our video, and with that comes some really cool opportunities. So, if you guys been following our podcast for a while, we used to have fake ads because we couldn't get people to sponsor us. But those days are past.
They're behind us, guys.
So now we have some really, really real ads.
Because we're superstars.
So there's some really non-fake ads that we're going to be doing.
Not
So
fake at all.
we're going to go through them now. So Dalton, you want to kick it off?
I hope I remember this whole read. Yeah. So, Matt, do you ever just like not want to put on underwear sometimes?
Sometimes.
Do you ever just like not want to have to like put on each leg through the holes all the way up, and then like gets crowded around your crotch?
Yeah, dude, it takes way too long.
What if you had something, let's say, that you just threw on your dick?
Yeah.
Just throw it on there.
Throw it on. Just snap it on.
Well, I had the perfect thing for you.
What is it, buddy?
Instant Undies.
Oh.
Now with Instant Undies, it is a plastic strip that all of a sudden, you know how you have the little plastic strips for your wrist that you just slap it on there? Well, you have one for your dick and ass now. So you take it, you slam it on your pelvis area, and it spreads and it collapses all around your cheeks and your balls. You know where I'm talking about, ladies. And so now, guys, this is the best part. If you guys order now, you guys get a 5-pack with an extra Christmas edition of an Instant Undie. Now, a Christmas edition, it comes with an elf and his nose. And his nose, yeah, it's right. It is the pee-pee. It is the pee-pee. Yeah, I know. It's pretty awesome. So order now. It's going to be $15 and then $5 extra. It's not free with the extra dick hole. Yeah, guys, Instant Undies. Go to www.instantundies.com. Where is my underwear? I don't care. Check it out.
All right.
All right. Do you want to see what it actually is?
Yes. What the fuck is it?
It is a little metal
Okay.
tin that gives you one pair of Instant Undies. It's in a powder cake. You throw it in a glass of water, and it expands
So you have a wet
into
underwear.
a pair of panties.
This is awesome.
But
You're not far off. It's just not a strip.
it's just wet. It's
Just add water.
you have wet underwear. You don't even get to wear it right away. It's not instant. It's the most pointless thing I've ever seen in my life.
You don't like the feel of wet underwear?
I'm sorry, but when I want instant undies, I'd rather just wear them instantly than have to wait 3 hours for them to dry and then eventually put them on.
Okay. All right. Well, that's Dalton's first ad. Matt, you want to go into yours?
Absolutely, you guys. So this is a fun one. So we all wear sandals, right? And
Yeah.
particularly, we wear flip-flops.
Yeah.
And you know what's kind of annoying is, do you ever just put your feet like in the earth? Like, you know, you're just like, you stand at the beach and like you kind of like wiggle your feet in and
Yeah.
the sand goes over it. Have you ever done that with like dirt? Like you just like dig your feet into like the dirt and it just feels like you feel like one with Mother Nature.
Yeah.
So if you're somebody that enjoys that, then I have just the product for you. Grass topped flip flops.
Oh.
So imagine just sinking your feet right on into some dirt and having the grass on top and then just being able to go and be connected with Mother Earth wherever you go. Grocery store, connected. The mall, connected. Bathroom, connected. Gym, connected. The office, connected. Anywhere you go, connected to Mother Earth. And especially now, being able to ground ourselves with Mother Nature is so incredibly important. So, with all that being said, if you would go ahead, if you would like this product, go ahead and go to grasstopflipflops.com and go ahead and use code Mother Earth to go ahead and get yourself a little discount. It's going to be $25.99, and you have to pay for shipping.
So you get nothing off. You still have to pay for shipping. $25.99.
So you hit it. You hit it right on the head. That was perfectly what
I've
it is.
seen these before.
You have
Have
seen
you?
these before?
Yeah.
Oh, this looks terrible.
Why?
It's not grass top flip flops.
Uh-huh.
It's grass flip flops. You just get itchy feet.
You don't like walking in grass?
I'm annoyed. I would have gotten this spot on, but you put grass topped flip flop.
That's literally exactly what you think.
You thought the grass was on top of the little like
Yeah,
things that go
yeah,
You
over
think
they
it
it?
was like
over.
legit dirt?
No, I
Like
thought it was
just
a
dirt
flip-
on a sandal?
No, I thought it was flip flop with like grass like goes over your toes. That's just itchy feet.
What the fuck are you
Don't
thinking
buy
about?
this product.
All right, if you roll down to the next page, I'm
All
going
right.
to highlight Dalton's. No, I'm going to highlight Dalton's next one.
All right.
You see it? You see it, Dalton? Is it highlighted?
I see it, bud.
All right, here we
Let's
go.
see it.
In 3, 2, 1.
Oh, man, the other day, I tell you, I was trying to drink my coffee. And, you know, a man and his coffee, you just can't separate those two things. You know what I mean?
You cannot.
And I will tell you that sometimes love is a weird and dangerous thing. Sometimes love can burn you, no?
Sometimes.
Sometimes love can burn you through the throat, and if you drink it too fast, you know what I mean? And by this I
Yeah.
mean coffee, guys,
Oh.
not a cum shot. So what I'm saying is, right, we want to love our coffee, and I know I do. So does Matthew. We both love our coffee. So what I'm saying here, guys, is we have this perfect product called Kissing Coffee Lids. Now what this does, guys, is you're gonna take a lid that you buy, right, for only $25.99, right? You're gonna take it comes in a 10-pack for like at least 10 days. Oh, you can reuse them. I'm sure they're plastic. I haven't really checked yet, but they come with a kissable type of a lid, so you don't burn your lips. You go around it, right, and then it goes just through the hole, straight to the back of your throat, and it is the most pleasant feeling. You feel loved. You feel what is it?
That feeling of something getting shoved down your throat?
Yes. And can I tell you guys, it feels amazing. So what I'm saying is,
Fuck. Why are you like this episode? You need to go like
jerk off.
something. You're so sexual.
It's Kissing Coffee Lids.
Bro, it's can I click it?
Can I wait? Can I please finish? Can I finish it? Can I
finish
finish it? So, now, whenever you guys are feeling down and you need something to give you a little pick you up, a little kiss, little kiss on the lips, Kissing Coffee Lids is your go-to. Fuck anybody else. You just need you and your coffee, because that's what life's about.
Amen.
Good tagline.
Thanks.
All right, you can click on that picture now.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, that's awesome. So for those of you listening, you can't see this. It is a coffee mug, but it is literally the lid. It is a nose and some lips, so you can get some action on while you're sipping on your Java.
So does that make it better for you?
Yeah. I wouldn't put the nose there. I feel like that's a little.
It helps you practice.
Yeah.
For one. All right, Matt, I want you to really This one was, they emailed and they specifically said this is for Matt. We listened. We know, we know this is for some of his problems. So you can go ahead and click on it first before.
Some of my problems. Oh, I had something for this already. That's
All right. Well, if you want to do that,
no, that's okay.
You clicked on mine again. No, you didn't. Fuck. What is that? Oh. That's dope.
Dude, can I get this?
so there you go. This is your ad. Go for it. Last one.
All right, you guys. As we get up there in age, you know, we start to have these aches and pains, whether that's knee pain, wrist pain, arm pain, knee pain, ankle pain, back pain, sciatica. We've got it all here at the Drum and Drummer podcast.
We're all fucked up.
And so we got sponsored by this company. And when we put our shoes on, we have to do one thing first. We need to put on our socks. Unless you're a heathen and you don't wear socks, then
you put your shoes on before you put on your socks.
Go ahead and leave. So with this, we got the sock slider, because when you bend down, have you ever thrown your back out when you're trying to put your socks on? Worst way to start your day.
Ruins
And if
everything.
you're trying to sneak out of the house before the person that you slept with wakes up, it's just a mess, because now they're awake and now they got to take you to the hospital because your back's thrown out.
Big this
So
with you.
make sure you have this in your bag at all times. It's called the sock slider. So what you do is you take this contraption. You go ahead, you put the sock in, you wrap the sock around, and all you do is you just slide your foot in, and then it slides the sock on your foot. You don't have to bend down. You don't have to get hurt. You can leave and quietly like you were planning on it before, all for the simple price of $5.99. It's cheaper than the last one. You get more bang for your buck.
My question is, how do you get it on the floor?
Drop it.
Okay.
Well, it looks like from the look of it, there's a handle on the back. So you
Okay.
can be able to.
This
It's like a
is-
shoehorn and sock slider combined. I want one.
This is amazing.
I want one so bad.
Sock sliders.
See, my initial thought was sock slider. I was gonna make it like an active sport.
Do
like,
you want to roll around the carpet?
Like, you know how-
want to slide around?
yeah, like, you know, like on like hardwood floors. You know, like you run really fast and you slide on your socks.
Yeah, yeah.
But the Olympic version of it, where it's like these like super hyper coated socks,
Yeah.
made specifically to help you glide so fast.
So fast.
So
I'm so
fast.
fast. You don't even know how fast I am.
Well, if you didn't know by now, that's a really old segment we had.
This is one of our.
It's a throwback for the OGs.
This is one of the first things we ever came up with.
Even though
as
90% of you guys didn't like them, it's more for us than you. But
we like them. You don't. It's fine.
They're fun. Sorry to all the Rodriguez.
Those are none of those are real ads. We're still not big enough to get real ads.
Hey, but on the video, can we get like pictures of the products? we're
Yeah.
talking
Oh,
about?
100%.
Hey, but we
Yeah.
do. We may not have real ads. We have real hearts, and that's where it counts. So if any real ad agencies, or what do you call them? What do you call them? Like people, like
Brands.
fucking
Yeah.
brands want to contact us.
I wouldn't call them fucking brands. I just
If any brands want to contact us, please do. We'll be happy to have some conversations. Matthew
Bro.
will be the one to handle that, not me.
This is the episode that they're going to be like, yup, I
Yep.
want that.
I bet you I won them
motherfucker."
over, dude. They saw my enthusiasm.
well, if it wasn't now, they'll get won over by our signature segment.
Is it the first one? I don't want to do the first one.
We're doing the first one, but you guys
Why?
need to intro us into it. Intro us into it.
It's not a thing.
Lead us into it.
Is it canon, bro?
Stop.
And Matt Dalton, do you want to read off what this week's Is It Canon is?
Yeah, I do. Does Matt call himself Big Dick Matt? Matthew,
Yeah.
do you call
I have,
yourself
I have never.
Big Dick Matt?
I've never referred to myself as Big Dick Matt.
I don't know if it's canon or not.
It's not canon.
Dalton,
Sounds
you want
like-
to explain our arguments?
So, okay, so David called Matt that, and when he I forgot the story.
Why are you just reading the bullet points? Go through. Finish
I
it.
forgot the story. So it says here, David called Matt that, and Monique laughed. So we were talking, and we were talking about how since David got his new job, all of it. Also, congratulations
Thank you.
on David's new job.
Hey, put that guy in there.
I
I like that guy. He's
Since,
so happy.
since David got his new job, we're not able to conveniently call him whenever we want and
I
just
don't
bother
like
him
that,
during
by
the
the way.
day, and it bothers us. We like to always call him and just piss him off and then hang up because that's what we do. We're the drum boys.
But when
How
I
we handle it.
answer, I usually have.
And when David answers the phone, it's like, "What's up, diggity dog? What's up, Big Dick Dalton? What's up?" You know, like doing those things. And he's like, "I'll make sure, guys, when I'm at work, in my little cubicle with everybody else in there, and you guys call, I'll make sure I go, 'What's up, Big Dick Matt? What's up, Big Dick Dalton?'" But something happened. We noticed a reaction out of Mo there, and she was laughing a little too hard.
Yeah.
And we're like, this is telling us something. And then Matthew and Mo were making this really weird eye contact. And we're like, what is what is going on between these two right here? Little lovebirds, you know what I mean? And she wouldn't tell us why it was funny. She was very much like, nope, nope, nope. But Matthew, we learned, lest be called Big Dick Matt.
I do
first
not.
of all,
He totally would be loved.
he
No,
totally would love
I
it.
would not.
So,
But we found out that it was a one random night. He got called BDD, which stands for Big Dick Daddy. And he loved it.
I did
He
not
literally,
love it.
his cock shivered.
No.
That's how much he loved it.
Why?
sheared,
Shivered.
shivered.
Shiver cock. Shiver cock. Everyone gets it.
No, that's not what happened.
All right. Well, Matt Dalton, is it canon?
Oh, it's so canon.
Matt, is it canon?
It's not canon.
I'll be the tiebreaker. It's canon,
Oh my
baby.
God.
At the same time.
All right.
Can we move on to the actual?
yes,
please?
this is-
I don't know
we'll
why
move
this is the
on
most
to the
sexual
actual-
episode we've ever put out in our lives.
So I sent this one in to you too. The conspiracy theory, is it canon? Are we deciding is it canon? Did the Titanic actually sink?
No.
I don't think it did.
You don't think the
I don't
Titanic
think-
sank?
I think there was.
I think it's propaganda.
Have you guys done your own research into this?
I know all of this.
Okay, Dalton, go into it.
Okay. So. Do you know?
I was about to go off on
Oh,
a tangent.
go.
Yo,
No.
Because I have the real
Matt.
stuff. You go.
Go, Matt. It's gonna be a lot of dead air right now.
You act like I care. We can do this. That's fine. Dalton, go for it.
All right, Dalton, you go because you're gonna have passion for this.
Okay, so there were two ships that looked very similar, and it so happened to be the Olympic, right, and the Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing the biggest difference that we just realized is that the Olympic had how many windows? Do you have here on there?
No. This okay.
So-
You're jumping ahead to debunking. Let's have Matt do the support for the
Okay,
for the
do
hypothesis.
the support because I want to solve this issue.
Yeah.
So basically, there was two ships like Dalton said, the Titanic, the Olympic. There was a slight difference. They were very similar, and they're saying that the Olympic was the one that sank.
Yeah, that's the one that
That actually, right, in
Went
this
out
conspiracy,
and
is the
hit
one
the
that went out
iceberg.
and sank.
and hit the iceberg and sank. And it was part of an insurance scam on the part of the White Star Line.
which was a parent company.
Yes. And that's actually pretty common in the insurance world. You'll see people like the Lion King or whatever. Not the Lion King. What the fuck is that? Tiger King.
Oh.
Tiger King.
I was like, I love that movie.
At the very end of that series, it's like said like he's the one that lights his shit on fire because he wanted the insurance money out of it.
Yeah.
So that's not uncommon in the insurance world is for fraud to be there, you know. So
Never
I can
gonna financially recover from this.
So it's one of those things where like that's kind of the reason where I'm like, you know what, like that makes sense and it's so common. Like, you know, I use air quotes.
It makes sense.
Where I'm kind of like, I could totally see that happening.
I just want to know how much money they lost. Like why they would do it.
Well, the Olympic crashed into a military vessel and then was found responsible for the crash
By
in like
trial.
a full trial. So insurance wasn't going to pay anything. So they basically lost the ship.
Okay.
So they just they paid all this money for this gigantic, luxurious ship, and now it was just sitting there.
And it had into my part, the Olympic had a certain number of windows, of portholes, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Right? And the Titanic had a certain number of portholes, slightly different than the Olympic. The Olympic had this is all
They were tall and thin, and they were like weirdly
but
spaced.
even the amount. So like
Yeah.
let's say just for reference, these aren't the right numbers by the way. The Olympic would have like 16 to 17 portholes, and the Titanic only has 14. This is also not true, but like the window amount was very different, right? And that's how they found out that this isn't the Titanic, but it's the Olympic that went out on sale. So went out to sail the ocean
So
seas.
this is the only thing that I don't get is
How was it able to go?
no. So there's a couple things. One, so in order for the Titanic to have sunk, would they have had to get the Olympic to be like functional again, because I don't see at all there being these two massive ships, one going out to sea,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden they fake the Titanic sinking, being able to A, hide the ship, B, taking the other boat out there and letting that boat sink in order for them to get money for the Titanic to pay for the Olympic. You know what I mean? That's just like, I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible, but what I'm saying is like I find that really unlikely. That's just so many moving parts.
The part that like is so like disturbing is like they willingly put all these people on this ship knowing that it's gonna crash. If this is true.
Yeah.
Right? Like they put these rich people, I mean, they have the significant people that were supposed to be on the Titanic that day. They were all sick, didn't show up because they knew something was gonna happen, right? That's what they're saying, that they knew that something was gonna happen with the ship, so they didn't go on.
Yeah.
But a lot of the other people didn't know. The hundreds of other people didn't know.
Yeah.
So all their lives are put in danger just for this insurance scam.
It's corrupt, man.
Which is fucked up.
It's corrupt.
So
You ever want to know like what somebody's true intentions are, whether that's a corporation, whether that's a politician? Follow the money. So,
Follow
like,
their data.
Mm-hmm. Like who's the biggest backers? You know, who's their biggest donors? Who, like, you follow the money, you find the intentions.
Or you just attack their IT guy.
That too.
But
They
then that
monitor
leads up another case for the support of it is that all of the lifeboats were like over prepared, like they were all made sure. I mean, and that's where it's a little weird because lifeboats are supposed to work that way, but they were like extra strong on this boat, and that like helps that they planned on it to sink slowly so everyone could definitely get off.
Yeah. So do you think that it really hit the iceberg at that point, or they planned it? Because if they hit an iceberg, they're not going to know exactly where it's going to get punctured.
Yeah,
Right?
that was the other question.
So did they hit an iceberg? I'm sure. Did they hit it hard enough to really impact the hull of the ship? I don't think so. I think there were already holes made, and maybe this is a little off, but maybe they planned out the trajectory and was like, okay, there's an iceberg here, yada yada. The captain doesn't pay attention because he's already off trying to get somewhere because he knows. So maybe he just fucking, goes on his own ship and lets the ship crash. But they already have punctured holes that would, if they got a natural impact of barely anything, it was gonna happen.
Start to crack.
So it was framed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I personally don't believe that it was the Titanic. I believe that it's the Olympic that sunk, just because, I mean, the concept of it makes sense for insurance-wise and stuff, but also the portholes. The number of portholes they had on the Titanic, and you can count them on the pictures, compared to the Olympic, and then you see the portholes underwater, and it's the same amount as the Olympic portholes and not the Titanic portholes. So
Yeah, but like, how do you know like it didn't just break and one of the portholes is missing?
it's a mystery.
But
But I think it's canon as fuck.
You think it's canon, Matt? You think it's canon?
I think it's canon.
All right,
I
another
just
together
like it.
canon.
It's just a good story.
Real quick, you think it was canon because it was doomed to a mummy's curse?
Oh, I don't know this. No, what? Tell me.
It's just something I found really
I think
quick.
the Dracos are in control of it. So
An ancient mummified princess left a trail of death and devastation across England when they found her sarcophagus and like things from her tomb. And finally, an American archaeologist bought some of it and then sailed to America on the Titanic. But I'm pretty sure the Titanic left America.
I don't think
so-
that's
yeah.
not canon.
Anyway, well, that was fun. Matt, what are you squaring up with this
Bro,
week?
I'm squaring up with eye strain. I have been in front of a computer or looking at a screen. What?
eye strain is very, very specific of a.
Yeah, my eyes hurt. Like I'm having a hard time reading everything right now. I need my glasses, but I can't put them on because the lights in front of us make me look terrible. So I'm squaring up with the eye strain, man. My eyes need to get better. Either A, I need a stronger prescription, or B, I need to get contacts or something.
Laser.
LASIK?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe that's expensive though. Dalton, dude, what are you squaring up with this week?
I am squaring up with the migraine I had Sunday night. Fucked me up, dude.
Yep.
And I didn't realize it was a migraine. Like I kind of knew.
Did you get your auras?
I got the squiggly lines.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you can't see anything?
Yeah, I was fucking annoyed because I
That's-
wanted to play COD.
That's your one and only warning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you see that
I
and you're
saw
like-
that and I was like, fuck it, whatever. And then I started feeling nauseous, and then next thing you know, my head was just pounding from sitting up. Anything, if I moved, it was fucking terrible. And I was so determined. I was like, it'll go away. It'll go away. Let's just try and play some video games. So I try and play COD, and I couldn't do anything. I was like, I can't see anything. I fucking can't see. I can't read. The lights are too bright. The sounds are too sharp. Like I couldn't get out of it. And this is like the worst one I've ever had. The worst one by far that I've ever had. So at like 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night, I just go and I lay down on my bed, and I just have everything turned off, all the lights off, nothing on, and I lay down in pure silence, and I slowly fall asleep. And I was like, I know I have to go to the gym at 4:30 in the morning, so I wake up at 4:30, and I'm like, it's still there. It didn't go away till like around 10 a.m.
Yeah.
You had it all. Wow. Usually mine, once I fall asleep, they're fine.
I woke up and I still couldn't move. Yeah, it
Yeah.
sucked.
Dang.
David, what are you squaring up with this week?
I'm squaring up with Splice, the video editor.
Ugh.
Fuck yeah. I
It
get
works
you.
really well, but it costs $3 a week. And as far as I can tell, that was like the only option it had.
Either that or like 60 for a year.
Yeah.
$69.99 or something.
Yeah.
Like
And so, but before I found out it was like had other options, it was just $2.99 a week, and I was like, that's ridiculous.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
So
right, for sure.
What's your woe, dude, Matt?
My whoa, dude. Crazy facts or story. All right, you guys. If you're listening or watching, we're all going to do this together. You can't hum while you hold your nose. What the hell? No, like
Stop.
literally- no, I'm
That
and then
worked.
squeeze your nose. What the fuck?
it cuts off your breath really fast, but if you can push through
Oh.
and still breathe, it'll get happen.
Never mind, you guys. I'm sorry. I found this out earlier this week. I was impressed, but I guess I'm just dumb. Sorry. Dalton, what's your woe, dude, bro?
I don't really have a woe, dude, this week. Nothing really like crazy happened with me, so I'm gonna pass on this one.
My
I do got
woe, dude,
stuff,
is that
though.
Dalton hasn't had one for 2 weeks. David, what's your woe,
You
dude?
didn't have one last week?
I don't think so.
Oh, it ended up being the Stokes.
Yeah.
Huh? Mine was learning that the material or like fluid that they're using to keep the vaccines cold and on ice as they send it everywhere across the country, across the world, is the same technology that was originally created to keep bull sperm cold so they could get it to all the cows across the country to get more baby cows.
Nice. You know, it works.
I have a woe, dude, now.
What is your woe, dude?
Okay, my woe, dude, is the documentary Above Majestic.
Above Majestic.
That's a good one. Have you seen it yet?
No.
Oh, fuck.
Guys,
Go
get
watch
past
it.
the first 5 minutes of it.
Yeah, get past
It looks
the-
a tad corny, but it gets so good and
It's so
just so much information, and it's amazing.
It's
and
really dense.
I think the coolest part was seeing that, you know, even before World War II, that, you know, you had the Nazis still occupying Antarctica with a bunch of different bases, trying out different things
Yeah.
that they got from the aliens. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
Go watch
So,
it.
Go
Crazy.
watch that, and then we'll come back and talk
Where
about
can
it.
you watch it on?
Amazon Prime, and
And
you can rent
maybe
it on
Hulu.
You can Amazon Prime, Hulu, and then you can rent it on YouTube as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So go watch it.
Super dope.
Super good.
Dang.
David, dude, what gets you stoked this week?
What got me stoked this week?
What got you stoked this week?
The new little puppy that my sister got.
Little Franklin.
Little Franklin, little
Cute little
boxer
shit.
lab
Yeah,
mix.
good booger.
New Year's Eve, she was like, "Oh, there's Emily." My sister was like, "Oh, there's this dog that this lady is having. And it looks like she's gonna let people adopt. You want to come like check them out with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, cool. Let's take Indy, see if they like each other." You know, when I got Indy, it took like 3 weeks, so I was like, I figured this would be the same thing. We got there, and the family was walking out with 2 of them. There were 4 of them, and so I think that freaked her out into being like,
I need one
need to
now.
I
now.
need to get it now, or
Yeah.
I'm never gonna get this
I
dog.
vibe. I get it.
So she hung out with him.
Has
Indy
she
hung
talked
out
about
with
getting
him.
a dog before this?
Yeah, she's wanted a dog
okay.
since she moved back home.
Okay, I hadn't heard it.
and
so I
it's
was,
just now that I'm leaving, she's like, now I have a reason.
No.
So we still have a dog in the house.
cool. Right on.
Yeah, 'cause
Matt.
big dog's leaving, huh?
Big dog's leaving, but he's already a big brother. So
Big brother.
Matt, what got you stoked this week, boy?
Relationships with my older friends, and so I like it when you have friendships that like you kind of forget the age gap. So a lot of my coworkers I consider to be very close friends of mine, and not even just in my office, just like across my company, like nationwide, and like we all do the same thing. We're all in the same line of work, but on Monday, it was like the first Monday of the year, and I sent everybody an email just like letting them know like, hey, like I was thinking you guys this morning, like let's get after it this year, blah, blah, blah. And like the responses that I got from them were just like so appreciative of that. And then just like the conversations that stemmed from that was just like so fulfilling and like energizing that I was like, it's kind of cool that like I'm younger than most of the people I work with by at least like 10, 15 years. Mm-hmm. But it's like, it's kind of cool when you have those friendships where that age difference, it's there and everybody knows it, but it's not, you're not treated any different. Like they'll give me like fatherly advice, and it's not in a demeaning way of like, oh, you're just young. Like you don't understand. It's always like, no, like I understand where you were. Let me give you my insights. But at the end of the day, man, like you're going to figure it out on your own. And so like I have a lot of friends like that, not even just at work, but just like in life in general, like whether that's from, Biola, Cal State Fullerton, at the gym, like I just really cherish those relationships. So I've been pretty stoked off of that.
Dope.
Yeah. So what about you, Don? What got you stoked this week?
I've been binge listening to Man of the Moon Part 3, Kid Cudi's new album. Fucking, it's amazing. I've just been listening to that shit nonstop. My favorite. Can't get enough of it. That's what I'm stoked with. Fucking amazing.
How long is it? You said it was like old school, right?
It's like his old. It sounds more like his old stuff, like Man of the Moon Part 1 and 2. Really good stuff. So I've enjoyed that a lot.
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's fucking bomb.
Yeah, it's really good.
Bangers.
Slapping the bass. That's all that thought of in my head. All right, you guys have made it this far into the podcast or the video. Thank you so much for your time. We really do appreciate it. And if you're on the video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification icon. That way you know when these get put out. And go ahead and give us a 5-star rating on whatever social media or on whatever podcast platform you listen to us on. Follow us on all of our social media platforms at Drum Podcast. And as always, you guys stay safe. Have a great week. We'll see you guys next week. Until then, I'm Drum.
And I'm Drummer.
We'll see you guys then. Bye.
Bye.
Bro, you need to go rub one out, dude.
I'm not even horny, bro.
It was like these random things that come like, what is happening?
I was just getting enthusiastic. You don't get enthusiastic on your ads.